So what happened first was this all happened in the overnight hours, Tuesday around 5 a.m. IDF forces saw these four suspects in a vehicle, and they could tell it was some sort of a smuggling cell transferring weapons. They then came and approached this cell, and this is when they tried to apprehend them. The suspects actually tried to run over the soldiers with their vehicle. This is when the IDF troops actually ended up shooting one of the suspects. They were then transported to the hospital where those three others were also detained. And what is unusual, the police are stating, about this specific incident is these suspects were not just smuggling weapons from Jordan, but also to Jordan. This two-way flow, this rarely happens. We often see many attempts and successful attempts at smuggling weapons from Jordan, specifically to the West Bank. This is where we see many of these different terror cells using these weapons. And oftentimes it is also Bedouin crime gangs and families that are either using this for the criminal developments and the Arab violence that we see in the Negev, or also then what we see in the West Bank, using it for these terror cells. So we often see these weapons coming in from Jordan. But the fact that also some of these weapons were transferring back to Jordan, this could indicate that it was more of a large-scale operation and possibly a more sophisticated operation as well. Something else that the police pointed to that why it was unusual is typically also when these suspects are trying to be apprehended, they don't want any violence. They want to try and run away from the different forces. The fact that these suspects actually used their vehicle to attack the soldiers, they said that was also interesting and could also pinpoint to perhaps this is an unusual incident, perhaps this is something larger than just these four men operating in the Bedouin village. So the police have asked for their detention to be prolonged for a few more days to try and get some more information. But they did appear before the Beersheba Magistrates Court today, and that expanded detention was granted.